Brian Voss, Lisa Wagner, and some amateur think they're going to take my crown from me. Well, I'll tell you right now, that shootout, it belongs to me.
Marshall, after I take the money from you and everybody else, maybe we can get off to the side somewhere and I'll give you a chance to win it back.
Marshall, a lot's been made about the fact that you're very hard to get along with, but it's going to be easy to get along with me if you let me win most of the money this year.
Well, Marshall, you've won it twice. It's my turn. Watch it. I'm coming.
It's the richest ever bowling shootout. The gladiators have gathered to do battle at Caesars on the boardwalk in Atlantic City. Can one of the three challengers knock Marshall Holman from his throne? Welcome to the Emperor's Ballroom, Caesars, Atlantic City. We're happy to have you as we're on hand for this very special Sports World event, the third annual Bowling Shootout. And hello, everybody. Jay Randolph, along with Hall of Famer Earl Anthony. Earl, we're in the Emperor's Ballroom, and I think that's a good name because there are going to be some balls thrown here for a lot of money tonight.
A lot of money, and I'll tell you what, Jay, the tension is building dramatically. It's a perfect setting for this kind of operation. It's going to be fun.
Let's tell you about the rules for the shootout. Really, it's rather simple. In the first 10 frames, it is 2-tie, all-tie, and best score wins. If we move to sudden death, 2-tie, all-tie, but you must strike to win. Here's the prize money, as we said, $150,000, $2,000 first frame, $3,000 in the second, $5,000 in the third, fourth, fifth, and sixth frames. Then we go to $10,000 in seven, $15,000 in eight. We're up to $25,000 for number 9, $75,000 in the 10th frame. Let's meet the 4 bowlers who will compete in this year's Bowling Shootout. First, the amateur qualifier. He's taking his shot at the pros. Oswego, New York, here's Randy Webster. And next, from the great Northwest, but living now in Florida, the 1988 PBA Player of the Year, Brian Voss. Here is our lady from the LPBT. 25 career wins, ladies and gentlemen, for Lisa Wagner. And finally, the 2-time winner of the Bowling Shootout, our defending champion, of course, and Hall of Famer, the Medford Meteor, Marshall Holman. There's a game within the game in the Bowling Shootout. Brunswick provides the Sea Ray Bow Rider with a Merc Cruiser engine and trailer valued at more than $15,000 to the player with the most strikes over the first 10 frames. And if we would have a tie, then we would go into a roll-off. We had a draw earlier today. Lisa Wagner will start first, Marshall Holman second, Randy Webster third, Brian Voss fourth. We're set to go in these lavish surroundings and expensive trappings here in Atlantic City. The $150,000 Bowling Shootout, first frame, $2,000.
And Lisa will shoot the spare, Jay, because as you already have described to everybody, that you can win without a strike in the first 10 frames. So a spare could be a winner. You never know.
And the talented lady from Hillsboro, Illinois, picks them up. Marshall Holman,
In the clubhouse.
the defending champion in this tournament. Over the years, he's picked up a lot of nicknames. I like to call him My Way Marshall. He does it his way.
a spot and give it a shot.
The first strike for the defending champion.
Picking it right up where he left off last year. Marshall's won the boat both years. He's won all the money both years, Jay, and he just keeps going.
Rand.
There it is, a good-looking shot. Synthetic lanes here. Now Randy Webster, 32 years old. Holman looking out there at the amateur.
Good shot.
All right. Randy Webster with a strike.
This doesn't matter.
Don't forget the boat, Brian. Don't forget the boat. Here it is, Earl.
Here's a good look at it, and this is a great shot for his first time, first chance at all that money. Well, Brian, I think, kind of lost that one off his hand a little bit. He says that doesn't matter.
We don't have to see what kind of spare shooter you are anymore.
We'll be back with more of the Bowling Shootout from the boardwalk in Atlantic City right after these messages.
Now, at a pro shop near you, Brunswick is delivering a 100% urethane monster. We're delivering the power of a rhino. The hardest charging ball in America. 5 distinct formulations. Brunswick's Rhino reigns.
Janitor to the pro shop, please.
This isn't what you think. It's a new kind of cold relief. Introducing fast-acting, better-tasting Tylenol Cold Effervescent. Strong non-aspirin cold relief from Tylenol. The only effervescent cold medicine that speeds 2 cold medicines to your sneezing and congestion, while it sends Tylenol pain reliever to your aching body. New orange-flavored Tylenol Cold Effervescent, part of Tylenol's complete cold relief line. Nobody cares for your cold like Tylenol Cold.
No. No, thank you.
Come on, why?
You're just...
I'm a cool guy.
I know, but...
But what?
I want a man who wears English leather.
We want a man who wears English leather. English leather.
Yes, English leather.
It's sexy, hip,
Honest. English leather or nothing at all.
English leather or nothing at all.
Marshall Holman with a strike in the first frame, and the amateur Randy Webster with a strike. We move into the second frame, and we're bowling now for $5,000 as we add the $3,000 from this second frame. So $5,000. Frame 2 of the Bowling Shootout. And the PBA's all-time money winner gets them all. And he's opening hot, Earl.
Well, you kind of expect that out of Marshall. He's very aggressive. He likes to get out front and put the pressure on the other players.
Babe. All the best.
Little gamesmanship for the amateur Randy Webster. Webster really grinding.
And not quite enough this time, Jay.
He doesn't have to
shoot the spare, that's right.
Because we have the strike.
Marsh, want to make a deal here?
You bet, Brian.
Too early for that.
No, that's all right. I'm game.
Voss now lives in Boca Raton, Florida, and the Brooklyn, and he has a lead.
That was a pretty bad shot.
Now it's up to Lisa.
And all of a sudden, Lisa has a lot of friends. Everybody except Marshall. This is kind of deja vu, huh, Lisa?
Too many times.
Too many times.
2.
It's two big ones.
Last year, on a couple of occasions, she was in the catbird seat and just slipped away.
$5,000.
Marshall Holman wins $5,000. He had a total of $89,000 in 2 boats over the first 2 years. And we'll be right back.
Always giving you my money.
This is never gonna work.
Hey, relax. Anybody can send them roses.
Excuse me, we didn't order these. Ian, what's this?
Hi!
Did they really expect us to call them?
I'm telling you. Hello.
In our great sport, there are people who bowl and there are bowlers. The difference is right here in my hand, the American Bowling Congress membership card. Without standards or rules enforced by ABC, what do our accomplishments really mean? The greatest bowlers of all time have always been ABC members. It's important because it provides the credibility we all need. So when you go bowling, make sure you ask to compete in an ABC-sanctioned league or tournament. It's your assurance that you really are a bowler and not just going bowling. Let's go bowling with ABC.
Our dentist gave us a reason to switch toothpaste.
Baking soda. He recommended it for healthier teeth and gums.
In fact, 2 out of 3 dentists and hygienists recommend baking soda for healthier teeth and gums.
And only one major toothpaste has it. Arm & Hammer Dental Care, the baking soda toothpaste from the baking soda experts.
And here's refreshing news for gel lovers. Now there's a baking soda gel with the cool taste of freshly picked mint. Wait till you taste new Arm & Hammer Dental Care Gel.
Lisa Wagner, a bowling superstar. A magical moment for her, May 19th, 1983. She was still a young single lady named Lisa Rathgeber. Her first win in Rockford, Illinois.
I can remember my first title 7.5 years ago. We had 6 on the telecast, and I had to bowl 5 games to win. It was a tough one, but it was my birthday, and things just went well for me.
We move now into the 3rd frame. It's worth $5,000. This is the first of 4 frames for $5,000. Young man from Oswego, New York, 32 years old. Yes, indeed.
Good try.
Okay, Pards. Come on, Brian.
Boy.
All right, Lisa.
Well,
You've never let me down so far.
Left again.
It's a good chance for Randy here.
It certainly is. He's got one up there. And Voss has missed the opportunity now. Lisa. Woman Player of the Decade in the 80s. Strikes.
All right, Lee.
Lisa's first strike in this match.
Oh, girl. She's my partner. She's not my partner. It's confusing.
Thinking about a boat, no doubt.
Holman, the 87 Player of the Year, one of 6 on the men's tour with 20 or more titles. With the 2 strikes, we'll be carrying over for $10,000 when we come back. Right now, this timeout.
I have a headache. I have a bad headache. I can't think. I can't concentrate.
I feel pain.
Today, Michael Farbstein is trying extra-strength Tylenol gel caps. For pain like his, why take aspirin or ibuprofen when nothing works better than Tylenol gel caps?
My headache is 100% gone. I feel great. I can think. I can concentrate. I can do what I have to do. Tylenol gel caps really did the job.
Tylenol gel caps, only from Tylenol. For everyday pain, nothing works better.
I was an IRS agent for 24 years. You can imagine, people weren't very happy to see me coming. I stopped working for them about 5 years ago. Now I'm a member of AARP, and I volunteer to help people do their taxes through the AARP Tax Aid Program. And you know, I hear something I thought I never would.
Boy, am I glad to see you.
AARP, making a difference.
Lady Stetson. Independence. A declaration of independence. Wear it.
Their quarterback is rated #1 in the NFL. Their defense is spearheaded by the league's sack co-leader, and they own the best record in the AFC. Are the mighty Buffalo Bills the AFC's best hope to win the Super Bowl? O.J. Simpson returns to Buffalo to critique his former team. Sunday on NFL Live, followed by great regional action. Brian Voss used to be known as the PBA's poster boy. When he won the Bud Classic back in February, he lost that image. The win came before a host of family and friends in his new home state of Florida, just 24 hours before his wedding to the beautiful Andiria.
That week will probably stand out in my memory for the rest of my life. To be able to win a tournament the day before my wedding in front of all my family and friends was just a dream come true. You know, I couldn't have picked a better ending.
We move into the fourth frame, bowling for $10,000. Brian, by his own admission, struggling on the synthetic lanes installed by our friends from Brunswick just yesterday. You heard him say he hadn't been closer. Well, that one was on target.
Well, you can expect Brian to get going. It's just a matter of time. There's too much talent there not to get some strikes.
I knew you were on the way.
On the board.
Nice shot. Okay, Lise.
There's a real good look at Brian's ball. He really gave that one plenty of room, got it back. He trusted that one. That's the first one he's really gotten out in the lane.
She says, but it doesn't make any difference. A Brooklyn strike for Lisa.
And Brian wasn't very happy, I'll tell you that.
Strike is a strike.
It worked.
That's right. All 10 pairs.
I'll remember that.
I've seen that shot before, Lisa.
And there's the you can see that. She completely pulled the ball across her body, and the ball went crossed over the head pin. The back end of the lanes are hooking quite a bit, so the players do have to trust the ball, give it a little room.
So we have strikes from Voss and Wagner. Now Marshall. Marshall leading in the battle for the boat. That was his third.
Okay.
And of course, we'll be going ahead to the fifth frame, playing for $15,000. And now Randy Webster trying to make his third strike in 4 frames. Come on, he says. Didn't get there.
Well, Marshall's in a familiar position, leading with strikes.
Strikes in the fourth by Holman, Voss, and Wagner. We go to the fifth frame, $15,000.
Now it's going up. Things are heating up now.
You heard Brian Voss say things are heating up now.
All right.
Lisa Wagner in the fifth.
there's the natural adjustment, almost without even trying to. You give the ball a little more room and nothing happens.
Marshall says, and she's got to shoot that. Tough spare.
And he's so happy about it.
Yeah. I wouldn't wish that on anybody.
Lisa can make this. She makes this all the time.
Oh, she gave it an excellent try.
I doubt 7-2's going to win.
Take a look at the
Here's a
end
look
of
at
this.
that, right. And
Good
she's
effort.
trying to get the ball to cross the head pin, make the head pin take out the 10. And it seems like Lisa's ball not reacting quite the way she wants it to at this point, but she'll get there.
Holman, who won $5,000 in frame 2, $15,000 here in frame 5. And he's got him.
Come on, bud, we can do it.
And now, can Randy Webster stop Holman and take it into the 6th for $20,000?
You asked for it.
Here's the reaction from the Westford media.
This is definitely the normal reaction from Marshall Holman. He's very aggressive. He really is into this type of play. It fits his style. Marshall won't even look.
Oh, he robbed him. He robbed him.
Randy's in there for the boat, too, Jay. He's still in the hunt.
Yes, indeed. You know, he struck in the 10th frame to win $11,200 earlier this week in winning the amateur shootout.
And watch the reaction from Randy Webster. Here it is. That's for Marshall.
That was for me.
Well, we're going to be bowling for $20,000 in the 6th frame after these strikes by Holman and Webster. Here is Voss finishing off the 5th, and he still only has 1 strike. So the dollars have escalated. $15,000 carried over, and when we come back, the 6th frame will be worth $20,000 in the Bowling Shootout.
Shop Radio Shack, America's technology store for all your Christmas gifts. Personal computers for every home and office need.
For the widest selection, nobody compares.
Camcorders, VCRs, and high-performance sound.
For outstanding value, nobody compares.
Telephones, answering machines, radios, tape recorders, and everything in electronic gifts.
For quality products, nobody compares.
Plus toys and games for kids of all ages.
Nobody compares!
For all your Christmas gifts, shop Radio Shack, America's technology store.
Got a cold? Gotta feel better? You've got to get relief with Alka-Seltzer Plus cold medicine.
It works. It's fast. It works fast.
When you got to get relief fast, you got to get Alka-Seltzer Plus. And now, for sinus and allergy relief, try new Alka-Seltzer Plus sinus allergy medicine.
The master. The nightmare. And the quarterback's bad dream. The Broncos battle the Chiefs Sunday.
Welcome back to the Emperor's Ballroom at Caesars. In the 2nd frame, Marshall Holman winning $5,000. Marshall has been the only casher, and in the battle for the boat, Holman with 4 strikes, Randy Webster with 3, Lisa Wagner with 2, and Brian Voss with 1. Now we are bowling in the 6th frame, $20,000.
Marshall's got to love that one. And Marshall, did you think it was going to strike, Marsh? No chance? Not a chance. Okay.
That was terrible.
Here it is, Earl.
There's a good look at it. Very high in the head pin. Almost did. Usually you'll get the 10 out and
I was lucky
you'll
I'm
leave
not
the
shooting
4.
at a split. Of course, I'm not sure I can make a 10 pin either. What the hell? Heck. Well, we'll edit that one.
Oh.
Thank you.
Well, Marshall, Marshall.
Thank you. I knew I couldn't make it.
At least it wasn't a gutter ball.
Oh, Jay.
Shame on me.
Aren't we funny?
Well, Randy's got a chance to tie the strike count for the boat.
Randy Webster could tie up the strike count.
I had a shot at a 10
and take the lead for $20,000 right here. Oh, and one on the other side, the 7.
I don't know what the heck the root's for.
Randy, you can make this spare, can't you, Randy?
I'm making a ball change.
Want to watch his form here.
Here's a good look at the style of Randy Webster. He's got a great approach, good footwork, and a long follow through. He does come up off the shot a little bit at the end there, but he does get a lot on the ball, a lot of hit, a lot of back end. Spares are tough today, looks like.
Oh, boy. Well.
A little sarcasm there.
I knew I missed it.
Where's my other ball?
Remember, $20,000 here in the 6th frame, and no strikes yet.
I think Randy and I might tie with 9.
Brian says he's making a ball change.
Brian Voss only has 1 strike, but he's got a big opportunity here.
It always comes down to Lisa, it seems like. Ball change, more direct.
Oh.
Hit her wrong.
Hey, Brian, easy spare.
Jeez.
Maybe Marshall and Randy like their 9. There's...
That's right. Yeah, don't count us out
lovely
there,
wife.
Jay.
We're going to have a youngster in late May. Vera Voss, lovely lady. The spare puts him ahead, Earl.
It does, but I like Lisa's chances right now. I think Lisa's about due.
Well,
I haven't made a good shot yet.
here is Lisa.
Oh, yeah.
1 strike for 20 grand.
She won $16,000 a year ago, was shut out in the opening shootout.
Come on, Lisa.
Oh, boy. Well,
she has to pick that up.
She has to pick that up for a tie, or Voss picks up $20,000.
I don't like the chances.
Not so
Did you hear that, Lisa?
Let the girl concentrate.
Why didn't you say that for me?
Brian Voss wins $20,000 on a spare. Brian Voss is a very lucky fellow right now.
Unbelievable. I can't believe it.
Here's another look. Look at Voss. He's thrilled.
And this, I'll tell you what, this will happen once maybe in a blue moon, that Lisa Wagner will miss a 4-pin at any time, especially for $20,000. And that's what happens when the players don't practice spares before, because they're thinking strikes are going to win. So in the practice before we start, they didn't practice any spares, so it's definitely a strange lane condition for them crossing lane.
All right, up to now, Holman picked up $5,000 in the 2nd frame, Voss $20,000 in the 6th. We move to the 7th frame. We're bowling for $10,000 and Randy Webster to lead it off. Holman still leading in the strike count for the boat, with Webster right behind.
That's a good shot. Just a little pull on that one, Randy.
Okay, spare shooter. Give him a hack.
Holman's got the needle out.
I think Marshall's a little in shock, like the rest of us, that Brian won $20,000 with that spare.
I think Brian's in shock.
My wife's in shock.
And there's the spare.
Marshall gives him an ovation.
My first balls haven't been that good here. Time to make a move.
Well, that's a good point, Jay. And another good point is I think that the fact that Brian got lucky, you might say, to win $20,000 loosened him up a little bit. That's the best shot he's made since the match started. It's a good look at it.
About it. Here's a reaction from Voss. Got that 20,000
All right,
back
Lisa.
in the sixth. He's fighting it now. And Lisa's third strike of the match.
That was coming.
Still better.
That was coming.
Still so much more money available yet, Jay.
Yes, that's right.
At least I don't have to shoot a spare this frame.
Marshall leading in the strike count with 4. And he has 5 strikes. We'll be back for the 8th frame, bowling for $25,000.
The PBA's leading money winner, Mike Albee, has brought a dynamic new dimension to the exciting sport of bowling.
If you love bowling as much as I do, call 1-800-333-9877 for a 1-year subscription to Bowling Magazine for only $9.95. That's 1/3 off the single copy price. Every issue of Bowling Magazine is filled with tips to improve your game. Call 1-800-333-9877 for a 1-year subscription to Bowling Magazine.
This isn't what you think. It's a new kind of cold relief. Introducing fast-acting, better-tasting Tylenol Cold Effervescent. Strong non-aspirin cold relief from Tylenol. The only effervescent cold medicine that speeds 2 cold medicines to your sneezing and congestion while it sends Tylenol pain reliever to your aching body. New orange-flavored Tylenol Cold Effervescent, part of Tylenol's complete cold relief line. Nobody cares for your cold like Tylenol Cold.
To get rid of her gray, my wife can spend 40 minutes. But I discovered the 5-minute hair coloring.
The revolutionary discovery called Just for Men from the leader in men's hair coloring. Simply apply Just for Men and in 5 minutes shampoo out.
Gray is blended away. The look of my natural color is back in 5 minutes. That was me, and it won't fade or wash out.
My hair takes forever, but you look great in just 5 minutes.
The look of your natural color in just 5 minutes with Just for Men.
We had the tie in the 7th. We move now to the 8th. We're bowling, ladies and gentlemen, for $25,000.
I was saving them, guys.
Looking good. Voss striking to start this 8th.
Good job, Brian.
Well, this is why Brian's got the nickname Voss the Boss. When he gets it going, he takes control. He can throw a lot of strikes.
Good shot.
Lisa looking for her 4th strike of the match. Got it.
Well, Jay, I think all the bowlers are starting to relax a little bit now, and the money's going to build up. It looks like it's going to get to that point where we're going to have a lot of money on the line.
I know I had a
last
ball here a
couple of
while
frames.
ago.
Well, we
Wait a second.
know that
There it
in
is.
the 9th frame, you're going to be bowling for $50,000.
Don't say that.
Don't say that, huh?
No.
It's the truth. Here's Marshall leading the strike count with 5. Come on! 6 strikes in 8 frames for Marshall Holman. Marshall's got to be pleased. He's going for his 3rd boat in 3 years.
He's going to open a boat distributorship down here in Medford someplace, I think, the way he's going.
Now Randy Webster.
Good shot.
Everybody strikes in the 8th. The strike count through 8 frames has Marshall Holman leading with 6 in the battle for the Sea Ray bow rider with the Merc Cruiser engine and trailer. And we have Lisa with 4, Randy Webster with 4, Brian Voss with 3 strikes, but he had that $20,000 win with the spare in the 6th. And now we move to the 9th frame. We are bowling for $50,000.
Well, let's go do it then.
Well, Lisa just getting a little quick, a little tug there. That's, she's done that before, but remember how important spares were earlier, Jay. Any spare, maybe a $50,000 spare.
I thought I made it on the left.
She was asking if Marshall wanted to shoot this spare for her. No problem this time.
Decisive.
If Marshall would strike here, he would take a giant step toward the $50,000. Also, he would win the boat. 3rd year in a row for him.
Well, again, a spare could be very important. Only 2 players left.
Randy's looking over here at you saying, Look at him.
What are you going to do with $50,000, Randy?
He'll think of something, I'm telling you. He's out of work these days, a rural mail carrier. Bowls in 5 leagues. Make that spare. He got it. A little scary, but it comes.
Well, Randy's still with a chance to tie for the boat, too.
That's right.
And Marshall didn't strike there. Randy with 4 strikes. This could be his 5th.
Randy, actually from Mapleview, New York, a little community right outside of Oswego, where he bowls in the 5 leagues there.
Biggest shot of his life.
Looking good. Oh, my. Oh, my.
It all comes down to Brian Voss.
Webster now with 5 strikes. This was big.
This is the biggest ball that Randy has ever thrown in his life. There's no question about
Easier
that.
to throw it to win than tie.
No, you can get it.
I can get this.
You're lined in, you're loosened up.
I want the last one to be worth $125,000. So do you guys.